I'm actually about to get it cut again in the next couple of days. I went back home and I got shaved, straight razor and everything again. And then I don't know, it was something my barber changed up the shaving cream or something, but I broke out real bad. So it's taking me about 2 weeks to get my head back to where I could shave it again. So I think about Wednesday I'll be back bald again.
Are you satisfied with fall camp and coming out there, first team at right guard, a new position for you?
Yeah, it's definitely a new position, but I mean it was fun. Fall camp was challenging as always is. Coach Caldwell definitely makes it hard. If anybody's ever seen him coach us, he definitely takes pride in coaching us hard. And Caden and I had a extremely tight battle, and we're both going to play a lot. And I can see us splitting reps, so it should be fun this upcoming season.
More continuity on that offensive line. The new lineup there. You guys got John over on the other side. There's yourself and Mitch coming back. How do you keep the continuity that you had last year this year? You guys plugged in.
I think what the best thing is we're all friends off the field. I mean, I think that's the best and easiest way to have it on the field. We all have relationships off the field, and we're all able to sit there and tell each other, hey, you need to pick it up, or hey, you need to start doing this right, or this is how you do it. Like Mitch is probably, I know he hasn't taught much to y'all or doesn't talk much to coaches, but he's probably the best teacher you ever meet in your life. He knows the system inside and out. He's been here, he's done it. He's the best teacher, and like other than Coach Caldwell, he can pull you aside and tell you how to do something, or like, oh, adjust it this way, and it's gonna make it a lot easier. And that helps the group as a whole.
Going back to your stint over the right guard, was that something coaches approached you with at the end of last season, or did you kind of volunteer and say, hey, I can maybe move over here?
I guess it was kind of like more told, in a respectful way. I mean, they were just like, hey, we need you at right guard. I was like, yes, sir. I mean, I really didn't argue. It's not my place to argue. I came here because the coaches saw an opportunity and ability in me, and I'm going to do whatever they tell me to. I'm not going to sit there and argue. It's not my place to argue.
Former offensive linemen say this has a chance to be one of the best offensive lines in a while. Have you seen that in camp, and maybe what would separate this line from last year's or the year before?
I mean, obviously they've had like always we call D-line U for a reason. Great D-lines have always came through, but like this one that we go against every day is just special in my opinion. I mean, I've seen the Vic Beasley's, the Grady Jarrett's work, but this D-line that I personally have gone against for 3 years, they're great players, they're great people, and they challenge you and they call you. And I think that's what makes our O-line better is we're going against the best of the best day in and day out, and you have to learn. By the end of fall camp, they know your plays, they know what you're going to do before you do it. So you have to learn how to be able to block someone who's a great player and knows what you're doing. So it makes our O-line group a lot better.
Is there a lot of talking going on when you guys practice?
Oh, Christian runs his mouth. You know how it is. I mean, Christian's definitely the most vocal one over there. I mean, everybody talks trash. O-line, Coach Caldwell gets on to us for talking back to him, so we kind of just keep quiet and go along with our business and let the pads talk.
Who's the best offensive line talker?
Tremaine, I'll say Tremaine. He'll go at it, but he's like more like quiet. Like he's gonna say it to a one-on-one person. No one messes with John. It's a big human being, and he's strong. I wouldn't mess with him. I wouldn't talk trash to him. So no one really talks to him, and Mitch is just quiet and does his own thing. So.
What about the iron strength and iron? Going up against that defensive line on a daily basis in camp, you guys think that gives you guys a little bit of an edge every year going out against other teams?
I mean, I think so. We're going against the best players, and it just makes you more prideful as a group that knowing that you can battle in day in and day out with that great group of players. And as I said before, it just makes it easier and makes it better for the season because we're going to face units that are good and just as good as ours, but we're also prepared because we went against them all camp. We've been going against them since spring. We've hit them 8 months without going against another opponent, so it's nice to be prepared for that game.
Coach, when you talk about how excited you is about this running back unit, do you think these guys as a group could be really special?
Oh, they're all great athletes. They're hard workers. Adam Choice leading the group is the veteran guy. He knows what he's doing. And you just see improvement from them every day. And they're hard-nosed runners. They like putting their nose down, run through the hole, and they all have breakaway speed. So it's nice to know that when you're blocking, you have someone that is going to hit that hole and you don't have to worry about it.
Are you happier that Saturday's the first game because you get to hit somebody besides Dexter, or maybe people will finally stop asking you about the quarterback battle?
I mean, I think it's not even really the media. I think it's more just the daily public asking me who's going to play quarterback. I just tell them I don't know, honestly. Like, I just block for them. It's the coach's decision who they're going to throw out there. And they made Kelly a decision, which is great. If they made Trevor, it would have been great too. And even Chase, it would have been great. So there's no complaints. But I'm excited to hit someone else because it gets a little old going against fall camp. 3 weeks of just beating up on each other, and everybody knows what they're doing. As I said before, defense knows your plays, that we know their plays. So it's nice to go against someone else and just have a little different chance scenery.
Is this a good test for you guys? Because typically teams that are outweighed, maybe outmanned a little bit, they twist, they stunt more, pressure from different angles. Is that a help?
Yeah, Furman's a great team. I mean, I think they went deep into their playoffs last year, and no one needs to sleep on Furman. They're a good team. They're extremely well coached. That's the first thing I tell y'all. Don't talk down about Furman. They're great. We've been watching their film. They're doing extremely well, and I think it's going to be fun. It's definitely going to be a different challenge. They're smart on defense. They have their veteran D-line coming back, so it's nice, and it's going to be fun. I think it's going to be a good challenge for our entire team to come out in the first game, that a team that's confident, knows what they're doing in their system, to be able to come to us and play a first game is going to help us, benefit us in the future.
Do y'all talk much about trying to allow fewer sacks this season? Is that kind of a point of emphasis for you guys?
I mean, our goal every game is to keep the quarterback clean. I mean, we don't ever want sacks. We don't ever want tackle for losses. The only way he should be dirty is if he's running up the middle for a touchdown, diving in. So, I mean, it's always a point of emphasis on our part. It's not really a spoken one, but like it's non-spoken, saying, hey, you need to do your job. If you're doing your job, our quarterbacks or our running backs are going to be able to do what they got to do. They get all the limelight, which is great. If they're getting limelight, that means we're doing a good job. If we're staying out of paper, it means we're doing a good job. So it's always been a goal of ours to have 0 sacks and 0 tackle for loss.
Is there any part of you that wants to put Alabama in the rearview mirror, that was the last game you played, and it wasn't a good one for the offensive line to finally say, hey, we've got more tape to look at?
I mean, it's motivation for sure. I mean, we didn't play our best, and I think it motivated us all throughout summer, but it's a new season. Coach Sweeney talks about all the time, last year's accolades and rewards aren't going to win this year's games, or last year's bad games aren't going to lose you this year's games. So we've definitely put it in a rearview mirror, and it was nice to have a wake-up call and realize that we had to work harder. And I think we had a great summer as a team, great spring as a team, and it was definitely a motivation factor.
You've all known sky-high expectations during your career here at Clemson. Can you kind of put into words what it's like to start every season with being in the spotlight, top 5 preseason team, and that kind of thing? What that's like?
I mean, you come to Clemson with the expectation that you want to be in that spotlight. We're used to being in a spotlight. It's not the Clemson of old, we're the Clemson of new. We enjoy being in the spotlight. We work hard so that we can be a top contender every year. And that's what Coach Sweeney's ingrained into his program, and with just our morals of the team, our team culture is everybody wants to be a winner. You don't come to Clemson with the mindset you're going to lose or you're just trying to get to a bowl game. You want to be the best best every year, and you want to top the best teams there is, where we can put us on top. We've climbed the mountain once. Every year you got to climb that mountain again. So it's just we're starting at the bottom and just like everybody else.
You guys always kind of talk about blocking out the outside noise is always kind of a mantra, but does it provide maybe in the longer camp days a little bit extra bounce in your step, a little bit more motivation because, again, the bar has been raised so high now?
I mean, I think it just turns into self-motivation at that point, because I know I'm going to work my tail off because I'm not going to let my teammate down. I mean, outside expectations are what you did from last year. It's everybody who's predicting what we're doing this year is what they saw from last year, so they don't know. I mean, every team that they pick to be really good could be really bad in the season. It's all expectations. So when we come in, we take every day and trying to prove those expectations correct, and that's just our goal.